Now he is. This is the things you don't say on tape, because then after that they're like, oh my God, Roy was not ready. And the fact of the matter is I wasn't. Honestly, today I've not been ready for the talk track. I think all the topics had left my head. Guys, you forgive me, I'm looking down because I'm following. I am following. Hey, that's what keep quiet. Let me not even jinx this. Let me not jinx this. I'm turning the phone upside down. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening to you all. Welcome to yet another episode of the Talk Track podcasts. Yeah, all right. Okay. As per usual, we upload 8B Kabula Road, the Bar House, unofficial home of the Kara Junkies. What's up? They were here with Mama Baro in the house. Yo, she's taking water, but that doesn't mean that shots are not available. If you want to come and die, come and die. Tomorrow is a public holiday. You are not going to work. Take shots. Anyway, we don't own any of the rights to the music you're going to be hearing playing in the background. And as usual, the Talk Track is an independent production of the Car Junkies, produced, edited, sound mixed, and shot by Moro, aka Uncle Monopoly, aka the father of the Car Bike, aka the OG Car Junkie, aka consultant, professor. And as usual, I'm your host for the night. My name is Roy, aka the Alchemist. You can also call me Kamada. You can also call me No Fashion VNC. Wachawa Giraman you, Nchapa Giramani yo. Yeah. And when a host of other names, but I can't say them right now because I don't know, I'm just excited and stuff. Guys, welcome back from the blackout. Welcome back from the blackout. As long as you can talk to each other, then you're out of the blackout. Welcome back from the blackout. Mama Godwin, welcome back from the blackout.
Uganda.
These ones are still doing.
Uganda pia.
Uganda pia.
No mkulembeze pia.
Mopia naye mukadde.
Togenda funa yerinye pia gwerinda.
Tiura. Neda a new one.
No, Uncle Tips
is from 2021.
So you wait, he'll give you a new name.
How did you guys handle that though? Like being offline for that long? I think it was 4 days. Mwakuba party notwithstanding. Let's not let's not focus on the party bit. But how did you guys deal with it? This is why people don't take us Ugandan serious, because
no, but for real though, people are partying.
Yeah,
people
of
are
course.
like legit, like guys, let's have a good time. Life is not,
But the internet being cut off 2 days before polling, that I don't think that was supposed to. I don't think that was necessary though.
I understand when you're talking about these days. There's so many human rights. These days you can't touch a child. Everyone has human rights everywhere. You can't. You can't. We used to say spoil the road and what the child.
Spare the road and spoil the child.
Yeah, and now these days you can't even use that example because everyone has rights.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we don't have rights, okay? But if you ask me, I think it was not bad because it helped to tame and control things that could have, and that's just my opinion, things that could have got us, like, how can I put it? The people who like to start stuff, Hey,
all the time.
yeah, so I think it's sort of controlled. Yeah, as much as the rights were infringed on, I think it also helped to control and manage situations that could have come out of certain things.
Yeah.
Or like anything, we start anything on social media and we go with it. So for me, I feel like I understand my rights, but I was not going to die because I was not on social media. You get?
Yeah, say that to that person.
It is better for me, it's better to not have chaos because someone started something just because I wanted to be on TikTok.
Yeah.
From that, maybe I'm just old, but yeah.
If I sweat, we're paying attention. Why are those guys scoring? Why are they scoring?
The elephant is fighting.
It is okay. It will build only at the top. No, but honestly, okay, so I do get your point. I do get what you're saying. But I think we've gotten to the point where having the internet is less of a luxury and more of a right right now. A lot of people whatever they do thrives on them being online. A lot of businesses were forced to close for a prolonged period of time. Some of them have not even opened right now. A lot of things slowed down simply because the internet was cut off.
Can I come in there real quick? Imagine there's chaos and your business is physical.
But imagine...
Like, you have an address and there is chaos.
There's always been chaos. It's politics. Name
No,
one
that's what I'm
political.
saying.
Name
That's
one
what I'm
political
saying.
instance
You
without
can't- You
chaos.
can't tell me now that you're thinking about the business that is online alone, but you're not going to think about the physical address.
Now, the issue with everyone, I don't know, should we say that now internet is becoming more rigid? The same people, before going to internet to start business, had a way to do it before the internet came. So you cannot tell me that your business froze. That is your confusion. You didn't plan well. Because unfortunately, that letter came a week, actually 2 weeks earlier. Where the same UCC even denied it. If you recall very well, Roy, they said fake news. We shall be removing. Which, I'm telling you,
Wait,
today's
fake news.
match.
What? What has happened? Yes. Play. Play.
Yes.
Now we can talk.
We can continue.
Yes.
We told
they
them
did not plan well.
Even Arsenal did not plan well. They were looking at Man City last week and they laughed.
Producer got that so you are there. Anyway, yeah, but you were still saying.
But the thing is, you very well know. Okay, let me say you're selling clothes online. They have given you a heads up. We are going to remove internet. Or you're doing this business online. Why don't you go old school? Note down your nice, interesting numbers. As we used to do in our nice phone books before the phone book became the phone.
What is your real age?
I don't fight.
No, what is your real age? What do you mean you used to write down numbers in a phone book? What's your real age?
No, but by the way, that's the thing. We should be adapting to all ways. Because, man, I'm sure there are some guys who made millions, if not billions, in that time.
Always.
So, as you are there, except the guys who are having the bags. Don't put that. Yeah, but you can always adapt, surely. So, we cannot just say, in case one fails, get a phone. You can do a conference call. Because you did conference calls before WhatsApp ever came with their issues. You used to do a conference call. Yeah. So, apart from guys in diaspora, those ones have a bit of issues. But he can start the conference call and you all pick up. So, really, it's just that guys are too used. So, we should be adapting.
We should be adapting. That's like when they decide to shut down AI. No, okay, I don't know why. No, AI is a whole other conversation. My thing was, and it still is, like, what are you so scared of that you feel the need to resort to extreme measures to control a population that claims that you claim is in support of you? Because if everything was out in the open and fair and as transparent as they say it is, then having social media on during that period should not have been a problem, right? Or having the internet on during that time should not have been a problem.
Roy.
No. We're going back to their words. Their words are that they are loved by the people, right?
Yes.
You love
But
them.
here's the thing, Roy. Just because you have people who love you doesn't mean there's someone who doesn't. And that person who doesn't mean they all don't. You get? So what we are looking at is the people, and the truth is it was going to happen where what we were fearing was chaos. Not because there are people who don't love the guy. You get? But there's going to be, for example, we're all playing politics, even us as human beings. If I have a problem,
Guinness.
if I have a problem with you, Roy, you may have everyone on this table. You may have everyone on this table in support of you. But if I have a problem with you, I can choose to go ahead and start a campaign against you. It doesn't take away that possibility is there. You get? And that's why for me, and usually, typically for such kind of conversations, I don't want to be specific on where I fall or not. But what I say, for me, maybe it's age or something. If it is to control chaos, Guys, we are in an era where I want my peace. I don't want to be there hustling to attend, then again, then pass where, then go where. You get? So if someone is going to cause chaos, it doesn't mean the whole country now doesn't want, because some people have caused chaos. And also, the people who have caused chaos doesn't mean that everyone wants the chaos. You know, so if I want to put you on the seat, it doesn't mean that everyone on this table wants to put you on the seat. And if they don't want to put you on the seat, it doesn't mean that everyone else doesn't want to put you on the seat. We keep forgetting, we count ourselves as a whole, that if I go and I vote for you, Godwin, that means the whole country has voted for you, because I know. Me, I voted Godwin. What are you saying Godwin didn't make it? Oh, me, I didn't vote Godwin. What are you saying Godwin made it? You cannot count yourself as a million people. So for me, the chances of avoiding chaos, and the truth is social media is very chaotic. Personally, as a millennial, I wasn't bothered. I was born in an era where I had to figure out what to do with myself on the way to the shop, at home from school, everything. we literally, I have been able to go through so many, I've seen the development of all these things, and I'm here now.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite bothered if I'm going to sit and read a book, or sit and watch a movie that I downloaded, or we go back old school. You go Ali Waroshi.
Enaku zinako waku flash.
You get what I'm saying? No, you watch your thing.
Nede enaku zino naye yalinya level.
We've been there. We've watched.
Mutawe, what is your real
from
age?
Tapes, deck to CDs,
VHS tapes.
to drives, hard drives, flashes. To now we're watching online. So the thing is, people, and what I like.
When am I doing a picnic?
We were
I don't
able
want
to
to.
engage. Remember?
I don't want.
We were able to physically, one-on-one, get back to human contact and connection. Personally, I understand the pain, but it wasn't that bad. I didn't die because of it.
Basically, what 2020?
It is not
Basically,
a
what
basic
2025
need.
told you. That, are you dead? Did you
Not,
die?
it's not.
But did you
it
die?
has to be health, food. You know, it has to be health, food,
But did you die?
electricity, water. After that, you saw that kind of. You know your people. The people who loved you are the ones who called you.
Who called and checked on you? You guys have not said anything. You've just been looking at us. You've just been looking at us. Nothing. You guys, and the blackout, you are just fine. Eh? No, let's start from there. Yeah, you said you ran. Why did you run away? Eh? Why did you leave us alone in the blackout to suffer? Thick and thin, sobriety and hangovers, and now you decided to leave us alone?
True, right?
This is just. It be your own people, always.
No, just in
Explain
case
these
of
your
anything.
mysterious ways.
I just thought I would like to go to Kenya, so I ran away to Kenya.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answer has been given.
Yeah, we know it.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
If you know, you know. Kiata you get there. She just the mic just passed
I
out.
was
Sweet.
just fine.
Anyway, the parties were partied. I don't think a lot of
I
people
have never
really.
enjoyed.
Atakuchagwe entia.
Naegwe, I swear, I think I've never seen together partied like Wednesday and Thursday.
And Friday as well.
I don't know, Babon was on fire on Thursday.
You should have been
We
there.
were just receiving news of, hey man, I think we have had some firecrackers somewhere. But
There were bullets on main
as
streets.
if we've had some firecrackers, but the guys are telling, are very happy. And the best part was, there's no phone to look at. You see, like right now, you're looking at the phone. Then you'd be even upside down. You're very sure.
I am making a research for the TalkTrack.
That was, we had real conversations.
We
We
sang-
went back to old ways.
We sang offline music. We sang offline music. Hey, anyway, I don't know. I think when you look at it like in the broad sense of things, the general consensus among most Ugandans was, like, actually, a lot of people found it like sort of like a relief, like, oh, I don't have to be online. At least from the people that I interact. Yeah, the people that I interacted with were all going, I don't have to check my emails. I don't have to check my WhatsApp. I don't have to do this. And I'm like, so if it was stressing you that much, why are we always on it? Why are we always on it?
I just want to say, I don't know if you guys keep streaks, but some people are glad all my streaks are going to die. I hope they don't. Start them afresh. We're so relieved that the streaks are going to die and no one will blame you.
The pressure of keeping streaks, yeah. Anyway, now we have to go back and keep the streaks. All right, I think a lot is returning to normalcy mostly this week. When is the last set of elections? 6th of Feb, I think. 4th of Feb. Yeah, so we're Uganda, Yamwe.
Because honestly, in Ginger, I don't know if anything much has happened. There's not been much action.
No, you people, you decided to become the party capital of the country. But now what do you expect?
Yeah, so it doesn't take away from the fact, but anyone who's watching should not misunderstand us. It doesn't take away from the fact that there's been isolated incidences that have happened.
Yeah.
Okay? And anyone who has been caught up in that, injured or hurt, we do actually feel bad and hope that everything goes well. But the truth is, it wasn't what people thought it was going to be. For most people, for the most part, from my opinion, anyone else can tell me what they know, yeah? And I think what we've seen in Ginger, there wasn't much really going on. People seem to be going on with their normal lives. Maybe it is just us who go out and party. I don't know. I can't speak for people who stay home and want to, But people are moving freely. As far as I am aware, people are moving freely.
In Ginger?
Yes. If you are not moving freely, you would not have been anywhere.
Ginger or wider Uganda?
I'm speaking for Ginger. Yeah. I have some family in Kampala that said the same. Because not moving freely means none of us would have been anywhere doing anything or moving. Yes.
Not moving freely, the simplest way I would say that is everyone remembers how COVID was. They tell you, unless you're an essential worker. When everyone wanted to become an essential worker, don't get out of your house. Or at a certain time you would receive a cane worse than the one you received in primary, for those who know. So that's not moving freely. That's to me. But apart from that, just because a bullet was fired, you could still move freely. You could still go that side. That's why the judge would be afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say thank you all for that. But right now, I'd just like to say a quick hello to Arsenal fans. What's up, Arsenal fans? How are you doing, Arsenal fans? I hope you're doing well, Arsenal fans. Where are they? Where are the Arsenal fans? No, the elephant. What happened to the elephant?
The elephant has taken a drop.
Well done. Very well done. Very well done. Yes, Arsenal fans. They made noise. The whole, just because you beat City. What? Arsenal fans. It's going to be a long week for you guys. We beat Inter Milan. There is nothing you can...
I think social media is going to be very quiet on Arsenal's side. They usually post results every time.
Come on, you Gunners. What? Post them.
GGMU.
Post them today.
GGMU.
I am waiting. Post them. All those things. I have things in the archives for Arsenal fans. My God. Anyway, speaking about Arsenal fans, we're going to talk about friendships. No, I can recognize it was the second. It's the second. So we're not meeting them again until next season. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, but for the most part, and
Aston Villa won.
And Aston Villa, Kasongo. Anyway, guys, sorry, sorry about that. No, the general consensus, like I mentioned earlier, is a lot of people just went on. Of course, I think what also happened during the period was expected. If you try to talk to people and ask them what their expectations were, not only of the election period, but even like regarding things like internet and mobile money, a lot of people were going, whatever, what happened was expected. And things like low voter turnout, people were like, yeah, that was expected. Things like a little bit of apathy towards like the whole electoral process. Like voter turnout has been so low. I don't know if you guys were past polling stations on the voting day, but even during the mayoral elections just recently,
we ticked our ballots.
Polling stations were very empty.
No,
so a lot of what has happened, obviously, I think a lot of people expected what was going on, which I don't know what that says about the state of the country as it is right now, but let's see how the next 5 years go. But in the meantime, let's control what we can. Have a good time, be happy, make money, and don't support Arsenal. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So, before you came, there was a bit of a discussion. No, it was a suggestion of where the conversation today should go, right? And initially it started around relationships, so what relationships should be like and stuff like that. But no, we are going to talk about the age-old topic: friends of the opposite sex. Friends of the opposite sex. I don't even know how to pose a question there. I do not know what to say
I
about.
remember we had a full night. We had a full night with that.
Friends-
with Rowena last year.
Friends of the opposite sex.
We sat there. We successfully failed to agree.
No, it's not about agreements today, by the way.
No, we agreed to disagree.
It's not about.
Some agreed, others were like, no.
It's not. It's not about agreement or disagreement. But okay, I feel like the question I should ask right now is, how likely are you? And everyone can speak for themselves. I don't have to because I'm the moderator. Everyone can speak. Everyone can speak for themselves. But how comfortable are you with your partner having friends of the opposite sex? And in the long run, what does that mean for relationships? But also question number 2, and this is the most important one: can guys and girls just be friends? So we start with, can guys and girls just be friends? And then how do you feel about your partner and their friends of the opposite sex? I start with Jocelyn. All right, Rowena, what do you want to say?
Yes. Now, I think.
Articulate your points very well.
I think Godwin is here, I think, to speak for the guys. But here's the deal. I think it's easier for girls or women or to actually have male friends without much worry or concern versus the guys having girls for friends.
I see.
Now, you leave the girls, you find out, and and everyone knows, those guys are in the same kind of like party, space. But I mean, that friend I'm calling so-and-so to, engage and tell them this, the person I can rely on type of friend. It's just, I want to say something that is going to annoy some. Men are emotional beings.
We've never denied that.
Men are very emotional.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we're on
we
the
are.
same page.
It's
No, because I've had a lot of guys who say, what? But anyways, because every gesture of kindness or politeness, and that's what friends do for each other. Along the way, I don't know, for most of the guys, they begin to think, So every time.
She has just said a lot there without saying anything. Conversation.
So yeah. So I think, but also, I think I'm speaking as a woman that I think it's okay. But I don't, for guys, so it still answers both. For guys, it depends on how that relationship works. There are friends who are like, friends, like I said, And then there are those friends where he's always reaching out for comfort, for, all the things that probably if you have a partner, your partner would do. Like you're going to check on your friend 10 times more than you check on your girl. There's a problem. You're like, why are you ever checking on the friend?
And does that stand as standard for both the sexes?
No, well, that's why I'm saying you guys are here, you can help us, but we're speaking from, I think, unfortunately, the numbers for the girls is more. But I think I'm speaking, I don't know if the girls agree, I'm speaking from the perspective of me as a woman, that, and that's not just from speaking, it's from experience. And very rarely will, even amongst ourselves when we talk, rarely will the girl all of a sudden to the friend change her mind. Very rarely. If they do, they're there, but I'm not saying there's many as the guys. The guy can switch up anytime. And by that I mean there are types of friends we can trust you guys with. There are friends we're like, yeah. Then there are friends you're like, oh, okay, okay. You know? Especially depending on the amount of time, hours, intimacy spent.
Okay. When you say amount of time, that's very okay. I have a very interesting wife who observes too much. That is why I like speaking a lot, but with her, sometimes I keep certain topics out. Because I'm sure if I start saying Kia, 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 she'll be like, nah, who is Kia? You have referred to Kia in the past 5 days, you've referred to Kia at least for a few hours, and I've been realizing. So usually I'll just say I was at that place. That's when someone's like, but you have to communicate even names. We prevent wars before they erupt, because ladies usually get one detail of the 1,000 and they focus on that. I'm sorry to say that one. I'm very sure most all ladies here agree to that one. You will say 1,000 things like in an argument, better by like arguing something. Then she gets 1 point, which is negative usually. First pause there, like
It is always, not usually.
1
Always.
point. You will assume that point will take you to like, okay, let's leave it. But you said this. At that point, that is why, as a man, you should always know it is okay to have friends. Emotions are not really voluntary. Take note. The more you spend time, you will. Yes, the more you spend time with someone, certain emotions are birthed. Because, okay, if I don't give you time, of course, you have those friends who you just approach. Now, for us men, you have friends who you approach and think about money. Man. I think Roy can pay me like $500. I think about him from that angle. Unfortunately, ladies usually are on the taking side, so we are sorry. But me, I'm sure Rowena can give me a million once in a while. But we can have friends of the opposite gender. And it's really possible to have friends of the opposite gender. The issue usually, of course, there are certain boundaries wherein sometimes, but before I leave my point, thank you. So my point was, or is, our current generation is messed up. Let me start from there. We cannot have normal friends. I don't know about the rest. I know some of you will disagree with me on this one. We cannot have normal friends. Like, you cannot be with someone there. Because once upon a time, we were innocent. Let me call it. There was once, like 20 years back, we were innocent people. Before the Internet of Things happened and so many things, so much was affected. Right now, relationships are... There's always, what are you giving me? What am I taking? Then they can never be flat. That we're just bad days. If I have a female friend, as she was saying, female friends, I was about to make that nice punchline. You can't have a hen for a pet. According to men, yes. No, I can't have. Okay, personally, I tell even Madame, if she's a married woman in my same age range, I even know her husband, what more can happen there? That's a repulsion. But you cannot start telling me my wife is having a bestie of a male who is single. Even me, if you decide in like of, I think have like a few kids, have a boyfriend, husband, there you can, I can say it comfortably. That is my bad because they are very sure. There are a bit of boundaries. But you're seeing this single guy. So assuming I piss you off, which side do you take? If you're my lady. No, okay. No, you're my female friend, but you listen more to me. And my wife pisses me off, and I come to you for advice. What's your bias? There's a bias. There is always a bias among friends. The first few moments, you'll first fight, then after the first feedback, you're like, but first, wait. To those who think, because there are some friends who we first beat up, then we think after. By the way, that is me and Steven, eh? Yeah, like me and Steven, we can first fight. You are the enemy first, then we come back to you after. So yeah, that is how. By the way, if you don't have such a friend, get one. You should get one who can first fight for you, then after we explain after. Because unfortunately, if they also have, but you should not have a bias. So if this person is also dating, they have since they are also having their issues. On my side, I assume that your experiences are quite good. That after some time, you'll be like, bro, one no, or see what day. Here you've become stupid. So but usually if I hear my lady is having a bestie who is a male, and you are single, in a single moment, I'm like, now that crying shoulder, what if? No woman is going to call the guy. She would also get jealous from there. That is my thinking. And the same thing goes, if I tell my lady, now she knows Kia has someone, Rowena has someone, or what. So I always have that at that point. No, they have someone. So, hey, whatever things happen, take note.
Justify.
Hey, it is justified. Because they have someone. Also suffering my things. But usually for other places, now here, if we are outside there, our friendships, like on a Friday night, those ones, we come, shout. After shouting, you go home. Nothing happened, nothing will happen. You always come back the same person. Normally, say they left me at Gabla Street, I left. But those things of okay.
So, what is it? It's tricky?
Tricky business.
It's tricky business. That's what I'm getting from you.
Tricky business.
It's tricky business, huh? So, I'm going to come back to all of you. Yes, Kia.
Yeah, I just have a lot, so I want to stick to the question. What's the question?
No, you said a lot that you have. Somewhere, somehow, there it will end up with the question.
To me, I always say, friendship, what a beautiful concept. To just have a friend. And I think boys and girls can be friends. The issue is people looking at people as if they are snacks. Meat. Like you can't have a romantic relationship with everyone. For you, every girl you talk to, are you going to like, no, there's people. No. I think in relationships, people can have friendships. The friendship only becomes a problem to your partner when you hide it from your partner. Because if there is nothing, there is no need to hide it. So and so is my friend. If you can't call them your friend, it's because you don't know what you want from that person. If I'm going, let me say I'm going to my friend, maybe my friend Mutawe has an issue. So I'm telling my partner, I'm going to see someone. But they know who Mutawe is. Why can't you just say, I'm going to see Mutawe? So that there's accountability. The issue is, I think it's okay to have friends and know what you want from those friends and let your partner know that this is my friend. The issue comes when you hide that friend. It's because you have your other hidden agendas. You're using them in case of my wife is mad at me.
Let me pause you right there. Let me pause you right there. I'm also going to come back to you, and I'm going to come back to you. But now Haz is still very fresh. No, let me pause you right there because I have follow-up questions. I have follow-up questions for all of you. But at what point do you decide, okay, this is a friendship that is worthy of my partner's knowledge and this is not? Because we all know here where we are is we talk to a lot of people, right? You talk to people at work, you talk to people on the street, you talk to people that you go and that, you vend from or vend to, you have all those people. So at what point, because where do you get to the point where you're like, okay, this is a little too overwhelming. These are way too many people to tell my partner about. So at what point does that become something that you can open up to your partner about and something that can just stay in the background of your environment?
First of all, not everyone is your friend. The guy you met on the road is not your friend. Actually, you'll just be like, it will be like I met this guy, was telling me this, and we might never remember him again. Not everyone is your friend. Even your workmates are not your friends. We can just talk about it, and maybe you're giving me workplace jazz. Like there's this person at work. Yeah, not everyone is your friend. But your friends, people will know them. We shall meet them somewhere and be like, oh, this is so-and-so's friend, because we have seen them interact, we have seen how far they have come, what they do together. We meet so many people. The market lady I buy from tomatoes every week is not my friend. She's just the market lady who sells good things.
Yes, Jocelyn.
Okay, maybe because I'm super open, but I'm super against hiding things. Because when you
Yeah.
said that, I was like, now imagine your wife finds out that you act like he has been with you for those 4 or 5 days. Like, that's going to create a bigger issue in the end than if you were just straightforward at the beginning, in my opinion. Because if I find that out, I'd be like, okay, what else are you hiding?
Yeah.
You know? And so, like, if you have a friend that is someone you see often, I do think that should be something that you address with them and you tell them, like, yeah, I saw her today, or this is the people that was at my table. Like, I think if we're sitting here at Barrel House, I'm not going to say to someone, like, everyone that sits there outside, right? I'm not going to be like, this person was here, this person, blah, blah, blah. But the people that I'm having those intimate conversations with, I'm going to let them know, like, hey, this is who was around, and this is who I, like, really sat with, like, next to, or something like that. Because you can't always prevent who's going to sit at your table. But you also want to be, like, very knowledgeable about, like, okay, how am I acting with them too? Especially because that's going to be on display for other people. But, like, so if I sit there and I'm sitting very close, like, like this, obviously that's something that's going to disturb your partner, and they're going to want to, like, other people are going to probably even tell them, And so, like, I get to that point, like, what is the relationship in the sense of, like, is there a connection? Like, is there energy between me and them? And even though I might be, like, fully in love with my partner and want only them, there's still energy that people, like, connect with. And so I really look at that and I'm like, okay, if I feel like that's something, then I'm going to not put myself in that situation and walk away from it. But also, like, it's all about being open. Because we have our friend group for the people that come around. And so, yes, they know, but also I'm not going to hide that in any way, even if I, like, really barely talk to them. Like, let's say, like, Morris is here, he's not talking, but, like, I'm still going to make them aware because they are in our friend group. Does that make sense? So, yeah, that's kind of my view. But I'm very against hiding, because once I find out something and you didn't tell me, then I lose all trust.
Did you see Jocelyn's face when she said, she's like, once I find out something and you
not
did
work.
not tell me, hey,
Exactly.
you are not going past the kitchen. Because, no, as how, Sandra. So we're having it's an age-old discussion that I feel will never ever end. But we're tackling 2 questions today. One, can ladies and gentlemen survive being just friends with nothing more, no strings attached, nothing else, just friends? Kia said friendship is a very beautiful concept. Rowena said men are very emotional beings, and so we often tend to get attached. Godwin said it's a very tricky, it's tricky. It's tricky business, very tricky business. Jocelyn said, as long as you're open. Yeah? As long as you're open. And also Kia spoke about it, as long as you're open and your partner knows these people that you hang out with and stuff, that it's fine. So I just want to get your 2 cents. What do you think, one, can we as genders, me and Jocelyn, me and Rowena, me and you, can we just be friends and survive at that? But 2, how comfortable are you with the prospect of your partner or your person having friends of the opposite sex that are really close to them?
I think I'm a bit biased. Yes, if you're a man, maybe we are dating and you have a female bestie, that's a total turn off. It's a red flag. Yes. We women, we try to believe that yes, it's actually possible. And it also depends on the person, the kind of mindset, the kind of boundaries that you set. You have to be very principled, really, to respect those boundaries. Otherwise, the more close you are, the more you talk, the more you connect. Trust me, nature will have its way. We are humans. And the more we get closer and closer and connect, that's where also the thoughts of maybe we could explore more come in. But yes, it's very tricky, very, very tricky. It needs when you really have strong principles, you respect boundaries. Yes. The last time I was so comfortable with a man having a female best friend, yes, I got to find out. Actually, they not just friends. Yes. But I do not support that. Yes.
At all. At all.
No.
So if you are in a relationship, Sandra, you have a lot of guy friends. Would you then ditch your guy friends just to make your partner comfortable?
I think one of the qualities I would love in a man is for them to be very secure. But also I make sure that I'm very, very open to them.
Okay?
Yes. And
Okay.
I'm going to tell them, you know what? I have a friend. Ray is my friend. When he's around me, he behaves like this. He loves hugging and this and that. Just being very open and not hiding any detail.
Good. Now, on the flip side, right? Because you said you love it when the man is secure, right? On the flip side, if your partner had female friends, right?
Yeah.
And he was open to you about, how they are and their relationships and how they move on, would that give you a certain sense of comfort, or would it still be a red flag?
Still, I think we women are very talented. Instincts don't lie. So you observe these friends. How do they connect? Most of my male friends, when I make sure that there are boundaries and I make sure that their partners are comfortable with me being friends with a guy. You get. I myself make sure that there is a certain kind of boundary. And when she's around, you make sure that she doesn't even think otherwise. Let me just give an example. You're going out with your male friend, and of course the girlfriend is around. Then you take the front seat when the girlfriend is around. That is disrespect. Yes. So I think even some friends make it a bit hard to believe that whole scenario.
I was actually going to get to that point, because a lot of times, like the way we are speaking, we are all speaking from the point of me and my partner, right? Yeah, me, I would tell my partner this, but there are some friends that just don't get the memo.
And they don't draw the line.
And they don't draw the line. So how do you deal with friends like that?
In which angle?
Any, because we've covered all the bases here. Be open. Make sure your partner knows your friends and the relationships that you have with your friends and all that stuff, right? Invest in security of yourself, of course, and also putting a bit of foundation for your partner to stand on, for belief, for trust, and that. But there are just some people, and it always happens when you've entered before you are in the relationship, you're a very good friend. very good friends, used to talk, then you enter the relationship like this and you're like, okay, now I am with Kia. And that is when they start. But now you see, I used to be like this. No, you don't hang out with me anymore. So
Okay.
how do we, like you try to set the boundaries, it then becomes less about you and more about them. So how do you deal when it comes to that point?
One thing I can tell, I'm going to speak on the side of the ladies. It's actually not your job to set for that man that boundary with their female friends. You'll actually be embarrassed. At some point, you'll get embarrassed and look like you're too desperate. It is your job as a man to set that boundary. But if you enable your female friends to keep crossing that boundary and make me feel insecure, then man, you are up.
Godwin,
You understand?
what do you say from the male point of view? If they have their connections with their male friends, I'm going to come to you for that one. Touch caller, keep the peace. Okay, that is good. We're going to keep quiet on our side. We're going to keep quiet on our side. I was after TalkTrack. As men, we cannot give opinions right now.
Okay, me, I wanted to speak for both sides. Me, I think how your friends treat your partner is what you allow them to. What are you telling your friends about your partner? And there's also boundaries where people, okay, I stand on the fact that my partner's friends are not my friends. In case of anything that happens, they're always going to be on his side. They're not my friend. Even my friends are not his friend. They're going to choose me. But you have to, first of all, you're going to be in the same places. If his bestie is taking the front seat, he has allowed it. How is he communicating to those people about you? Yeah, you'll be the enabler. First of all, sometimes you're dating someone and what? And you enter where he's hanging out with those people and they roll their eyes and they don't like you. Trust me, he's not saying nice things about you to his friends. Their friends are going to treat you the way he allows them to treat you or the way he talks about them. But we should know how to respect people and relate. If your friends are in a relationship, give them some time.
What I like is we pointed out.
Sandra just saying, don't act entitled. Your friend is taken. Give
True.
them time.
But here's the thing, and I like that we've talked about things like security. Yeah. Trust me, even as a friend, okay? When you give your friend's relationship respect and boundaries, if she or he are insecure, there's not much you're going to do. You understand? And I think it's very important, and I said it, when you're in a relationship, chances are you're always going to meet each other's friends. How open are you about it? But also me, your friend, it's not my responsibility. So if I have kept my boundaries on my end, and you're also my friend, it is not going to be, and I will repeat it, it is not going to be, I told you this year I am not doing extra work, extra what, extra. You get? Because if I have done my part as your friend and I am respecting you and your partner, I deserve the same in return. And that is where problems happen. And I see the thing with guys, they always, from both ends, they don't want to hear. You guys are. You know? So if I am awarding you your respect as my friend and your partner, I expect the same in return. Because I expect you as a man or as a woman who is open to your partner to be able to handle your shit. Oh. Yes.
No, it's okay. It's very okay. It's okay. Producer does not mind.
Because at the end of the day, if that person has a problem, even if it were me, and I feel like there is something, maybe how you talk to her, how you looked at her, I'm going to definitely have a problem. So it's upon you now, not the other person, if they have gone out of their way to show me respect and boundaries. You get? And I'm saying, why are you looking at her like that? So basically, there's going to be doubts. There's going to be gaps. You get, because you're not being accountable to your partner. Don't put that baggage, and I'm sorry for saying this, men have a tendency of doing that. They're going to put that baggage on the friend and the partner and make it seem like, you chicks, man, you chicks. I don't know, you chicks over. You get it? No. Yeah, but it's not necessarily fine. Of course, as your friend, I am definitely going to come and tell you, boss, I deserve respect as your friend. And even if it were you to whether to the guy, even women on women, you would still expect your friend to not put you in a certain position. That's what friends are. And the same thing even for your partner. You do not put your partner in a position where she's going to look like she's mad or he's going to look like he's mad. That is why, and I'll repeat it, if you hear most women's complaints, it's why did she sit like that on you? Why did... laps. I cannot sit on my friend's laps. Neither are those... yeah.
Remember when I said that some friends just don't get the memo? Remember when we said some friends just don't get the memo? I don't have a friend who sits on my lap.
Wait. That is when I come in.
What is this?
That is when I come in, even when you convince me so much, and say, but why? Why are you allowing her to sit on your lap, even if she's your friend? That means even you,
also,
why have you allowed her? Before you know it, you have issues, right? Because someone will be like, but how does your friend sit? You're getting. Even you allowing it, I say, no, she was just joking. Joking for who and why and where? Hey, how? She was just, I don't have time. But so, and let me give you an example. I was very good friends, and I'll repeat it, I was very good friends, still are good friends, but with a friend of mine, most of you might know. And my partner at the time actually didn't have a problem because he realized every day, but I did go out with my person. I was always going out with my bestie. Yeah? Let's go here. They pick me, we go. We go, disco, And every time we'd even go in the same places where my partner is. But my partner knew, the kind of relationship that was. It means even around him, I was very free that I come with my friend. We sit, we drink, we get drunk, we come back the next day, we party. My friend will call me and tell me stories, or maybe come home even, and I will even tell you, so-and-so is home. He's dealing with this. But the girlfriend had a problem now, see? And even when we create the boundaries, we stopped talking, we stopped partying together, because I don't want his partner to feel a certain way. And then still, but because, we've known ourselves for over 10 years and things like that, he would be like, I am going to pick this and this. Can you help me tell so-and-so? Because we knew the same friends. They would come for like Christmas together. But that was still a problem. Why? Because he went in the kitchen to help with the cooking. So if my friend comes and cooks and I don't mind, sometimes even just for himself and moves away, I've probably seen a couple of girlfriends he has been with, but that doesn't matter. I have literally left boundaries. You're in the same space with us. But you have, but that's why I said sometimes, by the way, when I realize that Chiga and Itoli Shekiwa, no matter what I do, I begin to weigh my option, should I stay, should I not stay? Because am I going to be drained every 5 minutes? Or I can be free and live life. That is also something you need to look into. And when you choose to be with that partner, be ready to make sure that you make them comfortable as much as possible. So at the end of the day, it is still your role as a man or as a woman who is stuck in between bestie, who is of the opposite sex, and your partner. It means if you have your bestie who is trying to cross boundaries, Ash. You are looking up.
She thought what you watched. Bestie's up there.
Please check.
Bestie's up there.
Please check your bestie. Hey, hold them accountable. Check them. Say, man, what's up? You know that, we can't be having my woman feel this way. Like, come on. Check your people. Even Madame. All of them check. And that's the thing in life is we fear. Before you know it, Bambidan is your friend, now you're saying her. Of course, your friend is going to feel offended. And your friend is going to have a problem with your partner because, oh, so now I'm a bad person? Your partner is going to have a problem with your bestie. I actually believe, and the thing, why I'm saying this, I think all of us have male friends, okay? So for me,
Yes, we do.
role.
We have male friends.
My
Yes.
role is to, and I've got to repeat it, my role is to be your friend. I'll make sure I do not cross certain boundaries, okay? However, it is now your role after that to know that you're supposed to stay as my friend. I'm not going to help you deal with your feelings. You are my friend. Why are you choosing to want to know? What is wrong with you? It is not my job. So it is also your responsibility to control your feelings. And if you have a partner, then deal with it now, because now it's not my problem. Me, I'm your friend.
That is good. No, please, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So I am I'm wondering why most of the times why do most men with female besties treat them actually better than their girlfriends?
Don't answer that question. Godwin, put down your hand.
And
let them
that
answer.
is where
Put down your hand.
the jealousy actually comes in, and you see, you see someone looking at you.
Put down your hand. Don't answer.
Kumbe, the girl has observed the way he hugs you is different from the way he hugs. Yes.
No, Kia has something to say on that. I feel like if we talk,
They might chase us out.
away.
You people, if you have ever liked someone, you know how you treat them, and if someone says they like you, you know how they treat you. If he's treating his bestie better than you, he just doesn't like you. He's waiting for his bestie to choose him.
Godwin, now answer.
You're just placeholding.
No, wait. Let him answer, then you add. Then he will rebut. Mama, you were saying. Answer.
No, let me start from the point. By the time you feel that I'm treating my bestie better than you, you're just a jealous girlfriend who didn't want to talk about it. We're sorry to say that. No, the same thing goes for any man. Any man who knows his lady has a male bestie. Okay, first leave these things where guys stay diverting from normal, where they're a bit gayish and what. But if a guy is working normally, no man in his right sense can be with you comfortably with your male bestie. We can shut it up, and you're like, as someone said, you can be open about this. That is nonsense. I'm African. There's nothing like, nigga, it is me or me. The time I decided to be with a woman, there's no such thing as, we are just platonic. No, you guys use too much English. Go to the point. My lady can feel it and says, the best thing is, ladies feel it, but they assume for us don't feel it. That guy there, it's just that I am the hindrance to whatever madness is here. But any day, any time, he will take over. You see, the issue with ladies, you assume, men settle for so much with ladies. Now let me say, yes, they do. The thing is, if you find a man who is speaking too much, that's not a man. We shall look at you, then you're like, if I start the point, I am being insecure. No, actually, if a man starts that thing, he is being insecure. That's how ladies say it. My experience. If the lady starts it, you're just not considering me. Now, why is it that on your side, if I say it, me, I'm being insecure. If you say it, can you believe? Okay, apart from the lap thing, because
Sandra actually said that because
no,
the
because
man
now for the lap
man
thing,
must
that
be
is
secure.
extreme, No, Reasons why someone was saying about being open. We have different friend circles, right, Rowena? At one point, as I told you in the very beginning, ladies pick one common factor. Even me initially, I never used to do those things, man. Because I never used to pick those details of you pick one name, like, because I was that kind of free spirit. Hey, so I say it's okay. I say it's okay. But you know how you're saying this, like, why I always think about Rowena? No, you. No, I'm like, she is the one at Barrow House. Your manager, wow. Do you expect me to speak about, if I go to fantasy, I will say the names of fantasy? No, the way, now let me say my experience with where I am. The more you speak about someone with whom she cannot relate with a certain way, there are question tags. Like, they are spending a lot of time. Every Friday agenda ku Barrow. Every Saturday kale. You're going back there. Then sometimes actually we practically drag our women to where we are going, so that your insecurities is toned down a little bit, so that one is like, okay, I think it's just okay. Because if you're the one saying, I'm going there, why is it Barrow House? If I say her, with Jocelyn the other time, and it was Jocelyn, like, why is Jocelyn's name over appearing? Now, our construct in our heads as men, we don't like arguing with ladies because you'll never win. If as a man you're trying to win, you'll lose your woman. Period. It's just the simplest way. So the better way is, I shall say, you give a half-baked truth of we were at Barrow House. About the people there, you no longer start giving details. You know the first time whereby like with your bestie? Oh, the Barrow House, we talk, even give details about that Chivozi. At one time, you start realizing, start pulling back, you're like, we're talking about Kia. At that point, but that's how men do it. So if you're there assuming you're going to start coming, then I start telling you what. Opposite gender friends are okay. As we said, have your boundaries. But the funny thing about boundaries is, okay, personally, I'm the kind of person who, if I'm moving with my thing, with my baby, hold her tight, so that if someone did a bit of chemistry, allosteric hindrance, so anything coming close, no, even though you have a bestie who is a chick, Rowena, can you hug me when I'm holding my baby like this, tight with me? If you're a friend, can you come and you also do those nice, interesting hugs?
It depends on.
No, I am hugging someone like this. She's practically, those things by leaning shoulder and all. Like you are practically, let me use the word. No, let me use the word in Luganda. Tobanaza relationship, yes.
Boy, have
You won't.
Guys,
No, the one thing I wanted to say, guys,
we're running out of time.
the one thing I wanted to say, we need to agree, guys, that yes, people can be friends. Most of the time, and I am repeating this, women tend to put the boundary because I genuinely love you as my friend. So, like I said, while I'm here boundarying, it is your responsibility to control yourself.
Your abdomen.
Yes. Because I cannot be responsible for me and for you and for the girlfriend and for all the other friends. Too much work. But that's the thing. We've now established that half the time while we all think they're friends, the guys want something else. Hey, now you've changed. I knew it.
Not at the beginning.
Wait.
No, but I think
Let me
we can be friends.
Let me
But
put
I
it
think,
for-
like Sandra said, self-control, openness. I mean, think about it. Half the time, the problem is, why did you not put that detail there? Why did you have to hide it? Yes, if someone calls you, like now they call and you hide it. No time call, you start breathing like a headless chicken, running around.
Like a hood, like a what?
But also it's okay. But the guys need to start, and let me tell you, they say the proof is in the what?
Pudding.
If we are having a conversation sincerely, let us be honest. And in that conversation, you're talking about your friend circles on a Friday night. But Rowena has come up more than 5 times within that one conversation. Then even next week, even tomorrow. So you mean Jocelyn, Sandra, Kia are not your friends? Oba Rowena Ikaya Banyumia. They're not. How? When they are your friends. You get what I'm saying? So I think we are just we are detectives. Even when you're working on a case, you look for the common factor first. You zero down on that and then proceed.
No, I just wanted to add, I think that you don't realize that we read everything, like the entire body chemistry. So if you're talking about Lorena in a way, but then you're maybe telling the exact same story about Sandra, I can tell a difference between how you think of that person. Yeah, all of that tells the whole story behind your connection and energy, all those things.
We do not read things. Have you heard Godwin? For you don't read. Start reading. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, yeah, Kia.
Okay, I just want to add, and I think friendships are very necessary. Most times, your partner might not meet all your needs. Let's not think sexual all the time. There are so many other needs a person can have. Your partner is not going to have all the job connections you need. Your partner is not going to. And most times a relationship will reach a break point is when you want your partner to be your everything and then it fails to be. And also most times it's one-sided. People are dishing out what they can't take. For him, he can have friends, you can't have friends. When for them, when you have friends, it's not okay. When they have friends, you need to be secure. I think also that's a very bad point people use for men, that when they say something, they say they're not insecure. So let's dish out what we can take. And your partner can't be everything. You need friends. You're going to end up resenting that person you love, and love will die. We have seen our friends.
He
friends
made me lose all my friends.
Yeah. Yet you decided to cut off all your friends because you got into a relationship. People get married and they cut off all their friends. These are people who have been in your life. They know you. Sometimes they even know you more than your partner knows you. You're just getting to know your partner. So why are you cutting off everyone? You're going to end up resenting that person you love. So friendships are just be open about them. Know what you're looking for. Let's stop looking at everyone as a snack. I don't like that word. Yeah, chicken.
Full course meal. Well, there's two ends to that saying. The first one is you cannot have a chicken for a pet because at some point you will eat it. The same way you can't have a sugar cane as a walking stick because at some point you will eat the sugar cane. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know this. There is after the talk track today. I have a feeling this one is going to continue. We can even continue it next week. It's fine. Rowena still has a lot to say. I see a lot of people still have a lot to say. And talk track on Sunday is going to be after Valentine's Day. So you guys
trying to pause.
So you guys can continue that conversation then. But I've been given a heads up by my producer that the term frames will we are in the red. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and Godwin, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for being here with us tonight. This is a very interesting insights to get, and I think these are conversations that we should actually have. These are uncomfortable conversations that must be had, whether we want it or not. These are uncomfortable. These are uncomfortable conversations that must be had. So we shall continue that conversation. We shall continue with this conversation, and then next Sunday, as Rowena has adequately put it, we're going to continue this conversation about the male and female friendships and their impacts on relationships, and then we're also going to talk about friends, exes being friends. Okay, but since then, and baby, Boris, thank you so much. We'll see you all next Sunday. Peace out. Have a good night, guys. Have a lovely week. Peace out.